What to do after suffering an injury in the service of the vessel? First, you need to make sure that you report your accident and the fact that you've suffered some injuries. Typically, the vessel will have an accident reporting form. You're going to want to fill that out. Otherwise, 6 months later, you never know. The employer may deny that the incident even happened. This way, you need to create the documentation that will provide evidence that you have suffered an injury. Second, make sure you see a doctor. Depending on how large of a vessel you're on, you may have at least a medical officer, somebody that is familiar with first aid and basic emergencies at sea. Speak with them, tell them what happened, and see what care is available for you. In the event of a significant injury, the vessel has a duty to take you to port for superior care, or perhaps even get in touch with the Coast Guard if the medevac is necessary. And once you return to shore, make sure to establish care with a doctor immediately. You can report this to the company, or you can just go on your own, whether it's to the emergency room or your primary care physician. It also provides another layer of documentation confirming the fact of your injury, because you never know what's going to happen down the road. Third, do not give a statement. Oftentimes, the claims adjuster will ask you politely, "Hey, how about I make a recording?" The answer is no. You never know what's going to happen with that recording and how it's going to be taken out of context. It will rarely do you any good. It'll more likely than not do you harm. So refrain from giving a statement, whether oral, written, or otherwise, to the adjuster or the company, no matter how friendly or as good of an idea as it may seem at the time. Fourth, do consult with a maritime attorney before agreeing to any settlement or signing off on anything. Odds are you are not being offered maximum compensation, fair compensation for the injuries you have suffered. Insurance companies do not make their money writing big checks for injured maritime workers. It may seem fair at the time, but believe me, with the help of a maritime attorney from our firm, you can get the compensation that's fair and just, and will help you as you start a new career, a new life away from the vessel. Fifth, do not go back to work until your own doctor has cleared you. You may feel pressure from your coworkers, your old boss. "Hey, we really need you back." Make sure that you've been cleared by your physician before you return to work, and that you're mentally and physically capable of returning to your line of work. Finally, do file a maritime injury claim as soon as possible. A long pause can potentially harm your case. There are certain limitations period and requirements that you file suit within a certain time. You don't want to lose any of your rights, or sleep on your rights, as they say, because of an unnecessary delay. Memories can fade and evidence disappears. It's important to get your team working for you to preserve the evidence that you need to successfully prosecute your claim.